guys, welcome back to the vlog. I started this vlog earlier this morning while I was just kind of getting around for the day, and time has passed. It is mid-afternoon and I'm about to make some soups. I'm gonna make two different types. I'm gonna make a chicken noodle soup and then I'm gonna make a chicken spinach and gnocchi soup. My mother-in-law left around 2 weeks ago for Virginia, which is where my sister-in-laws live. And she's been there helping my one sister-in-law who just had her baby with baby things. But she left before she could finish all of her food prep that she was making for my sister-in-law. So I am tasked with finishing out one soup. She's incredible. She made like so many freezer meals and postpartum snacks and things like that for both of my sister-in-laws. And my father-in-law is going down there this weekend and he's driving, so I'm gonna package everything up and send it with him. So that's why we're making it now, but I wanna make it so that I can freeze it and it's just in the freezer and is easy to transport. I put a few chicken breasts in our crock pot, which I have never done before, but they were frozen and I was like, they just need to be cooked and shredded because they're going into soups. And honestly, I feel like that's the biggest life hack because I didn't do anything. I didn't have to touch chicken. I just threw it in there and now it's cooked and shredded and it looks amazing. So now I'm gonna get to actually making the soups, which is super easy. So that's what we're up to this afternoon. We are on day number 3 of having our little girl Dakota. If you guys missed it in last vlog, we got ourselves a puppy. She's 12 weeks old and her name is Dakota. We got a Doberman Pinscher. She's sleeping in the lodge. There's a fire going in there and she's underneath the blanket. We had a very busy afternoon, so I know she's so tired. I took her with me to get groceries this afternoon. I did just grocery pickup at Walmart, which was super easy. And then we went through Starbucks. I got lunch at Starbucks. And then I got her a pup cup, which she absolutely loved. And that helped ease some of the anxiety and stress of being in the car. So that was good. We have been outside playing. My in-laws have a dog and he is such a good dog, so he was playing with her. She is obsessed with him. He's not so sure about her, but I think they're becoming friends, so that makes me happy. I did some chores. I let the horses in, fed them. I did chicken chores. So in a little bit I'll have to go out and let the horses out, but besides that, it's been a very chill day. I don't want to rant too long to you guys, but I do kind of want to catch you up loosely on what's been going on. It's honestly not been the most ideal week. Yesterday I just felt very overwhelmed, and there I think are a few reasons for that. The first reason that probably is the main reason is our furnace broke on Sunday and it has been basically in the negatives outside, like absolutely freezing to the point where it's painful to be outside. The house was like 30 degrees inside, so I've been staying either up in my room, which I have a heater in my room, I'm so thankful for that, or in our like lodge family room off of our mud room, which has a wood burning stove. So I've just been constantly keeping that wood burning stove on, which has been fine. It's just like one extra chore to go and get wood, bring it in, all of that. I'm like, really, this is my complaining section, so sorry you guys, but I'm just gonna lay it all out there for you guys. On top of that, I think just adjusting to a puppy has been a lot, especially with it being the coldest week ever. She hates the cold, which I don't blame her, I do too. And so I think potty training has just been a little bit harder because of that. And then I also just feel bad for her because I bring her outside to do things with me, but I know she's not really having a good time and she's miserable, and then she doesn't go to the bathroom outside and doesn't enjoy being outside. So it's just kind of like a constant thing. And then having a tiny little puppy is just like having a little kid. I just constantly feel like I need eyes in the back of my head to just make sure I know where she is and what she's doing. But overall, it's been so good and it's so fun to have a little puppy and a dog. Caleb and I have wanted a family dog for forever, and that's why we got Dakota. Overall, rant is over. Today has been a very redeeming day, which I'm very thankful. I was praying for that, and it's a little bit warmer. The high is still only 32 today, but It's crazy how much of a difference even just being out of the single digits makes, both inside and outside. So we spent a lot of time outside. Dakota is loving being outside so much more today. She's so much more adventurous and like runs around and actually has fun, which makes me feel good. And I can step outside without a coat and not be miserable whenever I'm trying to take her to the potty really quickly. So anyways, today has been a really good day and I'm so thankful for that. I feel like Dakota's getting more used to the home. I'm getting more used to her schedules. And so I'm kind of able to do things. Like even right now, she's just napping, even though she's not in a crate. She's honestly a really perfect puppy as far as puppies go. And so I can't even complain, but she's just doing her own thing. I'll do my own thing in here and she just does a really good job. We were hoping that parts would come in for our furnace and they could come out and fix it today, but parts have not been delivered. That's the most recent news we got. And so we're hoping for tomorrow, but we're still kind of on standby and waiting for updates and things like that. So that's a little peek into my life. I feel like it has felt a lot crazier for me this week than it actually has been in reality, but I just haven't had one of those weeks in a while, so this one has just been a little crazier. Now that I've talked your ears off, I'm going to start working on these soups. It'll just be so nice to have done. Baby. He's so sweet. I'm going to be using these noodles because I don't have any others. It's like an egg noodle, but I think it's made with like a higher protein flour or an enriched flour. So we'll see how this does. I hate whenever I add noodles to chicken noodle soup and they like disintegrate and are kind of like sloppy. So we'll see how these do. Hi guys, and happy Saturday. It has been a week. Nothing I can really complain too much about, and I feel like everything I talk to you guys about on like Tuesday, Wednesday are all things that I've just been dealing with all week. I think I told you guys that our furnace went out and that got fixed late yesterday, and so our house is slowly heating. We're not above 61 degrees in the house yet, but it is so much better than what it has been. I feel like everyone kind of is talking about this huge winter storm that is right around the corner or happening right now. That's definitely true for here. Not as much storm, but we are experiencing such cold temperatures. I think it's -1 outside right now and it's almost noon, so it's definitely not been the most exciting week. Yesterday I went to a friend of mine. She coaches basketball for our local high school, so I went to the girls basketball game and then we stayed for the boys basketball game, which was a really fun game. I haven't watched a basketball game in forever and they did really well. The girls lost, the boys won. So overall, it was a fun experience. It was nice to get out of the house because I really feel like I've been cooped up all week, which is why I've not vlogged a lot. I seriously have been doing the same things every single day, which basically consists of cleaning my house, watching my puppy, potty training her, working with her, keeping warm, and working out on the days that I feel good enough to. But I really value putting out YouTube videos, and I always enjoy watching videos, even if it's just a very chatty vlog, which I feel like the last few vlogs I put out have been very chatty and uneventful, but you guys have been so sweet in the comments about just enjoying what I've been doing. And even though I'm like, I don't know how you guys are enjoying watching like just such slow days, but that's really what we're experiencing here. And I kind of feel like a lot of people are experiencing something similar in this very cold weather. If you live in a more northern state or you're getting hit by a snowstorm or have gotten hit by a snowstorm in the last few days, I feel you and I see you, and we will get through this. I'm definitely just like telling myself that every day because it feels a little never ending right now. And the crazy thing is, sorry, I'll say this and then I'll stop talking about the weather, I promise, but I just don't usually, my mood is not usually affected by the weather, but I feel like this week has been such a different story. I've really just felt kind of down in the dumps about how cold it is and how much the weather has limited my ability to be active outside, and especially with a puppy, I feel so bad for her because she hates the cold. So all of those things put together, I just feel like I'm experiencing a new emotion of just being a little bit more affected by the weather, which is not something that I want to dwell on or cultivate, but it is a reality, and I think it's a lot of people's realities too, just as the colder months come, as days are shorter. But overall, I'm safe, I'm happy, I'm healthy. We have the most beautiful puppy. Caleb's home for the weekend, so I really could not ask for anything more, and I'm so thankful for that. I just made myself an iced coffee, of course, because what else would I do on this extremely cold day? I just haven't been loving my hot lattes when I make them on my machine. I don't know how to make them hot enough, and maybe that's just because it's been so cold here that my coffee gets really cold fast, and so for me, it's a little bit easier, and I really enjoy an iced coffee. I made myself an iced mocha for the first time ever. It is delicious. So I'm gonna go enjoy my cold drink in our warm lodge. Caleb brought more wood. We ran out of wood yesterday, and I did not want to go out and get more for the third time this week. So Caleb brought some over today. Caleb did the calf chores. Caleb took Dakota out to the bathroom this morning. I just like kind of did nothing, and I'm like, oh, it's so nice. I'm so thankful for him. He's absolutely the best ever, ever, ever. I could not say enough good things about my husband, and he's just my best friend, and I just am so blown away by him. He works nonstop throughout the week and then gets home and just has the most servant-hearted attitude and just works relentlessly here on the farm too. Right now he's doing farm chores. Let's see if you guys can see what he's doing. It looks like he's taking hay out to the cows. I removed her ear posting yesterday so she doesn't have them posted straight up right now. I took off the posting that the breeder did when they sent her to us, and it was, I feel like, poorly done and a little bit too soon. She had some like scabbing and some irritated spots on her ears, so I tried to repost them and do it with a little bit of a lighter hand, and they did not work out very good because I just did them by myself. She's literally perfect. She doesn't whine, she doesn't wiggle or anything like that. She just kind of just lets me do my thing. But I took out the posting yesterday, and she still had some just irritated spots on her ears from when she had her surgery to crop her ears. And so I just feel like to be extra careful and sure, I want to make sure that those spots get all the air that they need to heal, and that they just fully, all the redness and irritation goes away before I start wrapping her ears up again. If you are unaware, we got a Doberman, and they go through a procedure called cropping and posting of the ears, which is how they get that classic Doberman look. And so there's different cropping styles. So she got a medium crop, which is pretty standard for Dobermans, and then they stitch the ears. Her stitches dissolved, and once they dissolve, you can technically start posting. But everything I've read is just warning to be super careful with really, really sensitive spots on ears after surgery, and so I'm just really wanting to take precaution. I would much rather have a dog with floppy ears and her be really healthy and never be in pain than doing things for the aesthetic and ignoring warning signs that maybe things aren't fully healed. Caleb's calling us.
Wanted to play so bad.
This is the tiny calf I've been bottle feeding every day, morning and night, and he is ginormous now. It's actually crazy. Is he headbutting you?
No.
Oh, he does have little horns. I feel them.